Lois has the Drash for us.
These scriptures, I had a different one for the New Covenant, so it's going to be a little bit different. These scriptures deal with words, and as the late Rush Limbaugh said, words mean things. So that's what this focus is going to be for this Drash. The Torah portion gives the account of Moses. In his anger, following the Lord's command to speak to the rock, he struck the rock twice to provide water for the people. God, in his mercy, did cause water to come from the rock for the children of Israel, despite Moses' disobedience. Moses, in his presumptuous anger, struck the rock and didn't honor God in the sight of the people, something God could not let go unpunished. This disobedience cost him the entrance into the promised land. Jephthah was an outcast from his family because his mother was a prostitute. However, God chose him to deliver Israel from the Ammonites. He laid out the legal claim that Israel had a right to the land, but his attempt to reason with the Ammonites proved worthless, and they refused to listen to him. He chided them, saying, "Don't you own what your god Shemesh has given you? Everything the Lord our God dispossessed before us, we will own." Filled with the Spirit of the Lord, Jephthah went through Gilgal and Manasseh, retaking the land. Rashly, he vowed to offer as a burnt offering the first thing that greeted him when he returned. Sadly, his only child, a daughter, welcomed him with dancing and tambourines. In grief, he tore his clothes and wept. Despite the dire situation, he fulfilled his oath to God. Since human sacrifice was not allowed, it's believed that Jephthah's daughter remained a virgin to her death. The New Covenant reading is the account of Yeshua's first miracle, turning water into wine. So far in his ministry, Yeshua had been baptized by his cousin John and chosen a few disciples. No doubt Miriam was anxious to see her son succeed and urged him to help out the couple that were getting married. Running out of wine at a wedding was considered a social disaster in those days. Guests had been invited. The party was in full swing. But oops, they ran out of wine. Yeshua didn't backtalk to his Ima, but she wouldn't take no for an answer and told the servants to do whatever he told them to do. When the servants who were in on the miracle presented the wine to the master of the feast, he remarked, "This is good wine," and not grape juice. And being the master of ceremonies, he knew good wine when he tasted it. There are many scriptures that deal with the power of words. Yeshua warned that we'll give an account of all our careless words, for by your words you'll be justified, and by your words you'll be condemned. James 3:6 warns us that the tongue is a fire, a world of unrighteousness. The tongue is set on fire, is set among our members, straining out the whole body, setting on fire the entire course of life, and is set on fire by hell. Heavy words about our conversations, spoken, texted, or shared. Proverbs suggest our responses be brief, because lengthy dissertations open the door to sin. You ever seen somebody who speaks quickly or answers without thinking? There's more hope for a fool than for him. Ever hear a guilty person trying to explain their way out of a situation? In Psalms it says, "His speech was smooth as butter, but war was in his heart. His words are softer than oil, yet they are drawn swords." By the power of the word of God, the worlds were formed. Soft words diffuse anger, but angry words stir up anger. Words are like goads, and like nails they are firmly fixed, and the collected sayings, they are given by one shepherd. What this means is that the goads give direction. And once the direction is set, once they're going in the right direction, then they can set it, they can put a nail in it. Words spoken in due season are like apples of gold in settings of silver. May the words of our mouths and the meditation of our hearts be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, our rock and our Redeemer. Shabbat Shalom.
Amen.